I was complaining I didn't want to contribute to the greeting card industrial complex, so my friend Jim came through for me. I don't know if I can open this without messing it up. This was not very expensive, relatively. There's a heart-shaped cake in here. And it's very fancy. I'm not going to try and open it. Not in the car. But for the kids, I got lips, and you read Andres. This is all locally made, I think. Hearts, lips for Luke, hearts for Saya, and soccer balls for Zach. Now, my next place I gotta go is over to Hammer Press. It's a printing press basically, and I'm gonna get locally made cards there that are actually works of art. So I'm very thankful for the suggestions that Jim made. It came in very handily, and now I'm sort of breaking tradition with what I've been doing every year for Valentine's, because don't get me wrong, I love Christopher Elba here, and it's still sitting in the fridge. And the problem is not with the chocolates. They're delicious, of course. The problem is that they each are like works of art in and of themselves, so you don't want to eat them. So they've been sitting in the fridge, and you can't hang them on the wall. So, and they're very delicious too. They're unbelievably good. But you're just you don't want to eat them because they're so beautiful. Isn't that funny? So, and also Christopher Elbow is pretty pricey. So I don't want to spend that amount of money just for something that's going to sit in the fridge and not be appreciated. And I think this year we might eat our Christopher Elbow and make sure they're gone. In the window, I need to work on the window display. I'm going to get some LED lights for that. Since the silly Wi-Fi controlled light bulb, it's either it is silly or I am silly, because I can't figure this stupid thing out. And I think I just need to figure out what our proper Wi-Fi password is, and that might help. But it's not extremely easy, not very user-friendly, I don't think. You know, excuse me while I move the mic a little. With any app, a big warning sign is when the app's own propaganda says it is really easy to use. To me, that's like an apology already happening. Like, so sorry, it's not really easy to use, but we're going to lie to you and say that it is. A lot of apps have design flaws in them that are pretty bad, and unfortunately, techs, people who are very technically minded, the people who design and build these things, they need to hire somebody whose job it is to just explain how the thing really works and to write their instructions. Never have the techs write the instructions. My experience is they shank it every time. I'm going to go straight and go up Warnell. Because, how do I explain this? I never felt I was very good at math. And in college, the math and computer science department was run by this husband and wife team who were naturally gifted and loved math more than they loved life. It was their reason for being. But there's a problem there. They could only teach people who already got it, because they could not teach. They could not come down to the level of the novice student. To them, you just should have got it by now, and to hell with you. And that really was their attitude. And if you don't get it, you don't need to get it. Well, unfortunately, in this world, you need a lot of these things. You just can't go into these classes with that attitude, but a lot of people do. And the best math teacher I ever had was an algebra teacher who was an algebra instructor who knew how to break it down and teach it. First math class I ever got an A in, and it was in a community college, an algebra instructor. And that's what I found too, kind of going off topic or off subject here, is that sometimes the best education I ever got, best classes, the ones that reached me the best, the ones that really applied to me, and the universities were the worst. And so, anyway, my point is that never have technical people write your manuals for you, because they can't come down to the level of, so they need to have somebody who says, explain this to me and let me figure out how to do it, and then I'm going to write your manual in a way, in language that people understand. So yeah, I was talking about that stupid light bulb that I can't get to work. And a lot of people would say, well, the light bulb isn't stupid, dummy, it's you. I'm like, well, I tried to follow the instructions, and I followed it to the T. I got a lot of things to happen, but the light bulb would not sync up to my device that I needed to use to control it. So all I can get it to do is be one color, light bulb. I wanted it to turn pink to be in my window, and then when Mardi Gras happens, I want it to be purple, and then when St. Patrick's Day comes around, of course, green. And so we have this window we're using as a window display, as in a store, and that's our holiday decoration window. And we've got a little sign in there that will say happy whatever, happy Farters Day, And I'm getting the kids to change the letters on the sign when they don't half-ass it, so that they kind of get a little bit of educational value out of it, and they understand that you need to read and write so that you can do the most fun things in life. Because I find that the most fun things in life actually require a little bit of education. This building straight ahead, you can even see the trolley tracks going to it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to swing by this building. This is the old trolley barn, and the trolleys used to come through here. Stop here. It's for lease, and I believe this was the Dodson line, or I think Dodson line and Country Club route were the same. Country Club route turned into the Dodson line. Dodson. There's a little industrial area called Dodson, which I guess was a little a unincorporated town at one time. I gotta be careful of this intersection, because this is where I got hit by a car, in this crosswalk right here. is one of those intersections that the city deemed it was too expensive to maintain a light there, so they took the light out. And even though I was really, 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 really careful, I got hit by a car anyway, in the crosswalk. Me and the two dogs. One dog got away scot-free. The other dog was hit first, Jimmy. And it was funny because the car hit him, and he didn't yelp, he growled. He went, "Arr!" I gotta remember what my goal is. My goal is hammer press. I gotta make sure my mic is still on. My wireless mic that comes with my Osmo Pocket 2. One of my biggest fears is to lose the transmitter of the microphone. That means you have to buy the transmitter and the receiver, which probably is be hard to find and very expensive. And the transmitter has a dead cat mic muff, which comes with it, and it actually works pretty well. And today I'm happy I've got my subject for Travel America's Backroads is Where You'll Find Us, which is one of my channels. It's like my goal is to make it into my main travel channel, travel vlogging channel. If you're curious, you just have to look up Travel America's Backroads. It's Where You'll Find Us. I believe that'll show up. That's on YouTube. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand YouTube's analytics and it's, what do they call that? Clearly, I don't understand the algorithm that controls YouTube, that actually controls what people see and hear. As you know, I've tried a lot of different things and nothing seems to work. It works a little bit for a little while and then my numbers start disappearing again. I think people talk about the algorithm as this all-encompassing deal that you have to please the algorithm, otherwise it will hurt you. It'll direct people away from you. But actually, I think the main thing that people do that they get success on YouTube is they get recommended by somebody else who's already successful, and so I've noticed today, I noticed and it's kind of disturbing, really. I noticed from somebody that I follow called Action Kid, and I've noticed he hasn't been posting a lot lately. And I think maybe he's been traveling and stuff, but I think something bad has happened where he's been, I don't know what it is, but it has something to do with, when he does his walks, because what he does is he walks around, he's from New York City, walks around New York, and he does these, what we call 4K tour videos, or, tour videos. And a lot of times he live streams it, like what I'm doing now. I'm driving around. But I think what has happened is that when he goes live, there's all these people who've noticed his success, and they look at where he's going live from, and they hurry up and they get there so they could bomb his feed, so that photobomb, video bomb his feed, so that they can drive traffic to their thing, which is essentially doing the exact same thing he's doing. A lot of them are just walking around New York and talking and stuff, and so I think he's gotten really upset about it, because they're literally trying to steal traffic away from him by stealing his idea. And so, yeah, I would be upset about that too. And that's sort of a problem. I've noticed over the years of internet use, a lot of people put out rules. Hey, don't put any links in your thing, especially don't link to your website or your, and I kind of thought, well, that's a little harsh. But yeah, there are people who get on the site specifically to try and glom traffic off of that site onto their own. And I can understand the desire to tell people not to do that. Like, if you get on a lot of web forums and stuff, they'll say, hey, if your post has nothing to do with the subject at hand, and all you're here to do is just try and push links to your site or your whatever, then you'll get banned. So now I kind of understand why people do that. I love this view. You can see Union Station over here on the right, and downtown over on the left. This is coming into the crossroads, and now I'm about to. Which way am I going to turn? I think I need to go left. Well, yep. Because Hammer Press is right here to the left. They used to be further up on. They went and got this. I'm kind of anxious to see what this building looks like on the inside. Where do I park though? Do I go for the street? It doesn't look like the street has any parking. Or is there parking in the back? Where is Hammer Press? You know what? To be honest with you, this is where I thought they were, but they may not be here anymore. Maybe I need to go in and X. If I can figure out how to get in here. I somehow ended up at the back 40 of like restaurant and gas station, and I don't see Hammer Press signage anymore. I see this big arts collective thing. Well, maybe I'll discover something new. Maybe I won't find Hammer Press today. Alright, don't globber me. This is what I'm looking for. Is parking up here. There's a big sign that says Avid. I don't know if Avid means... Ooh, this is harsh. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. Parking for Avid commercial. This is part of the problem. I might have to consult the Googles. Maybe Hammer Press has moved again. Maybe I won't get to see the inside of this mid-century modern office building. Ooh, Sorry. You rip up your car very easily. I'm almost afraid of going down this hill. I might scrape the bottom. Mine. Scrape. There's some cars with really low clearance. It's a definite possibility. All right, let me go around the block again. Then I might have to sign off here and consult the Googles. Flip Switch Virtual Realty. Avid. I don't know if that's the same people that do video editing software. Was it Avid is main competitor of Final Cut Pro, or you could say Final Cut Pro is the main competitor of Avid, and Avid you can only rent, you cannot buy. All right, whatever. Catalyst. Okay, I don't think it's here anymore. So I'm going to have to consult the Googles. BRB.